This game starts with our lack of awareness defensively. Communication, weak side, ball side, challenging shots, blockouts. The awareness never got where it needed to be till the end of the game. And what I said to this team before the game, said to them all week, and it's a step that they've got to take. It's just an absolute, and they're shooting the ball well and getting a lot of attention for the winning and things like that. But teams that take the next step totally get that defense is what comes first in every situation. Defense creates the offense. Defense creates more opportunities. Defense creates the fast break. You name it. And the best teams gain confidence from their defense, not the other way around. And the easiest thing in the world to do is be sky high when you're making shots. The hardest thing to do is to understand how committed you have to be to the game of defense and rebounding when you're not. And tonight was one of those nights where we didn't make as many shots, and I think we're going to watch the film and see that the ball didn't move as well, and that our movement, our screening, some of those things weren't nearly as good. And again, that's how I see it. But we played hard, but we didn't play as smart as we needed to. We were prepared. Our guys had really good practices. But as I look at the game now, we weren't playing on edge the way that we have. And those might sound like buzzwords, but those are real. Those are real. And they practice hard and they prepare and all those kind of things, but you got to have an edge. You've got to have an edge. And what we've got to get to now, again, with having Will back where he still has not gone. Tonight's the first time he's gone up and down since he got hurt. We haven't had him go up and down in any kind of live contact situation in practice, so I'm proud of what he did. And what this will do now, what we've got to do now as he gets back is it's got to increase the competition inside of practice and for minutes and all those types of things. And when you take a player like that out of the lineup and some other guys aren't playing as well, it hurts your team. But now that he comes back, I'm looking forward to. We've had very good practices, but now I'm looking forward to the spirit of those practices, even more so as we prepare to play the next game. So go ahead.
Is part of this just the team learning how to play with target?
I don't know about the target thing. I think it's different for all of them. We don't have a lot of guys that have come from winning backgrounds. So when you start to win, now some of the younger guys have, obviously, but when you start to win, as things change around you, your mindset can't change, and they've got to learn. They've got to grow through that. I mean, I think those of you that have covered, you know, this is new, you know, for them. And as coaches, we've won before. We've been ranked. You know, we've gone on the road and won. We've been to the Final Four. Those kind of things, but they haven't. So when you're going through that, the number one thing is to stay committed to that improvement and keep that edge. And we knew Minnesota would have that. Their backs were against the wall, and we knew that. And it was very obvious to us. But at the same time, did our players have the same edge that the Minnesota players had tonight? No, they didn't. Last 7 minutes of the game, they did. But to that point, they didn't. And we paid a price for it. There is. Yeah, we were right in we had a ballpark that we wanted to stay with. Oh, I think it's these are good guys. I mean, they'll respond. I'm not going to get too caught up in that. I mean, I think it's you got to have it comes down to the mindset. It comes down to the mindset. You guys know we're not the most talented team, even in our league. We're not even close. But when what you have plays on edge and plays with a togetherness on defense and a communication, and then that ball is moving. You know, then now you're going to play better. You're going to play better. So, as I said to them in the locker room, I'm not going to overreact, but I'm not going to underreact. And we are going to move forward in a quick way. And it is it's very clear that we've got to get that edge back, and I'm very confident that we will.
What are your thoughts on the way that Zeller played against Ralph Sampson, who's a senior?
I don't ever look at like individual matchups, okay? I mean, in the sense of like determining. Cody Zeller played well against Minnesota, And I think that's because if you watch the game, which you did, it wasn't just a one-on-one. He was scoring over 2 and 3 people at times. So I thought Cody played very well and needs to demand the ball and be more demanding of his teammates. As his confidence grows, well, he needs to bring it on the outward way, not just the inward way. And that'll be the next step for him because Cody truly is just scratching the surface.
You understand the switch up defenses to go to they just decide to go that direction. Do you feel like you got any more out of it?
Well, we played a lot of zone last year against this team and a lot of different type of zones. But we needed to get some movement. We needed to get some activity. And we definitely had planned to play zone inside of the game, but it became much more switching of the defenses inside of the game to try to stop their momentum. But again, that's where the awareness comes in. We challenge some shots, but all of a sudden we give up an offensive rebound. Or we lose a guy on the back line as he slides under. So I think we're going to see the film where we're going to see a ton of awareness mistakes. Mike?
Tom, Christian had a lot of trouble, especially on the defensive boards. Was any of that related to him getting nicked up earlier in the game?
Oh, I don't know. Christian needs to play better. I mean, maybe, but Christian didn't have a good night. Christian didn't have a good night, and he's the greatest example of that. I'm not going to overreact to that. I'm not going to underreact to that. But he's got to play better, and especially on the defensive end, and he's got to rebound the ball better, especially on the offensive end.
Verdell seemed to lose some of his confidence on the stretch. Was that the case?
Did he tell you that? Did he told you he lost his confidence? That's just your assessment. He's out there battling, I thought. You know, I don't know if it's confidence as much as edge. And again, I use that word, but I mean that's what it is. You can't. Your seniors and juniors, when you have two guards like Verdell and Jordan, they got to be on top of the team's game all the time. Now they may not be on top of their game because they're going to have struggles in it, but they got to be on top of the team's game. And we did some good things. Cody did some good things, but when you lose a game that you didn't have that awareness and that edge, it's on everybody in the program, and that's how I view it. I'm not going to single any one guy out. I mean, we all need to get better.
Coach, how important do you think it is to teach this team to kind of play consistently without momentum? It seemed like one of the timeouts were coming from Minnesota's side, that they were coming at the times when the crowd was really getting into it.
Well, if you cover us, because we've been on the road a couple of times and done okay. You know what I mean? And we've played without momentum at NC State, and we didn't have a lot of momentum against Penn State. You know, but we've got to get better. We've got to get better at. We got to put the hammer down, and a lot of different ways to win. You create momentum. You create momentum by creating loose balls, by creating deflections, by getting defensive boards, and momentum can come a lot of different ways. Just like you can lose it, but we were not. Our defense did not create nearly enough offense for us, and then our offense we didn't move as well as we needed to.
Playing off that, obviously, you want them to get their interest in their defense, but how much do they kind of take out of them early when they're missing shots that they usually make?
Probably did because they've been making a lot of shots. So it probably did, but to take the next step as a team, you've got to be able to play through that. I mean, we've got some guys out there that we've had some bad shooting days over their career, but you still have got to be able to play. And we say we missed shots, but you know what? Cody still got 23 points. I mean, the ball went into the post and things of that nature. We lost this game on the defensive end. We really did. The shooting obviously wasn't good, but we lost this game on the defensive end. Okay.